We're back talking about transfers.
Mm.
I guess we're now in a phase of the season. The season
Yeah.
has come to an end for most leagues.
Yeah.
Teams are looking to reinforce, and the transfer window is open. It was opening 1st of June, if I'm not mistaken. Or when does it open?
It opened from June 1st to June 10th, and
Okay.
obviously it closes to allow clubs for Club World Cup, and you have the other regular transfer window,
Okay,
right?
yeah. So I guess teams are looking to reinforce, teams are looking to start their preseason early,
Yeah.
get things in order ahead of the next season. So transfers are always something exciting to talk about, right? But let's talk about some of the transfers that I guess are interesting so far. Are you putting Manchester United land Cunha? We already knew that they landed Cunha like a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
It's
But
already a year
it's
ago.
really has it been official?
I feel like it's official, like document signings and everything, right?
But we've not really. It's just like I think it's just today, like we really got that confirmation.
Mm.
I think it was fixed for medical and all of that, so it was subject to medical, but I think it's past his medical.
Yeah, so Arsenal target Gyökeres and Šeško. So Arsenal, do they actually want
Or
Gyökeres?
yeah, where nobody knows, right? It's either or. I don't know what Arsenal
Okay,
is
that's
doing, to be
interesting.
honest. Yeah.
But Arsenal are interested in Manchester United for Manchester United. Sorry, Arsenal are interested in Manchester United's target Brian Mbeumo. So Arsenal wants Brian Mbeumo as well.
I think Umbuemo is like that's the kind of signing they need. But can Umbuemo play through the middle? I think he plays through the. Does he play to the left?
Mbeumo,
He plays to the. I feel like he plays to the right.
he plays to the right, the right winger.
Yeah. So you have Saka there
Mhm.
already. What's the plan on that? Would he be coming
I
off the
don't. Yeah, I
bench?
don't understand what role Mbeumo will play in Arsenal though.
Yeah, I don't know. Or do they want to use him off the left? It could
I
be they
think
want to use him off the left
I also think he could be a forward too as well. He could play like a false nine position.
position for them.
He's fast, he can score, his finishing ability, he's like a or he could play as a 10. I think Ubemo can play as a 10 too as well.
As a
So
10.
yeah.
So in
Uh,
place of Odegaard, or how
yeah,
would that
in place of Odegaard. Yeah.
I don't know. Like Arsenal, I'm a bit. You see, that's the thing. Last season, we talked about them needing a striker. The whole world knew they needed a striker, except the people at the club,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we've said it before, if they don't get this transfer right,
Mm-hmm.
like the window is closing. You said it yesterday. The window is closing.
Yes.
They need to get it right. They need a left winger. Except they want to get a backup for Saka. They want to get two in each position, which is
Mm-hmm.
what they need. If you are really going for the title, you need two people in each position,
Yeah, you need
two
that
people
squad
of
depth.
the same level.
Yeah.
So not a case where Saka is injured, then you say, "Oh, we don't have any other person."
Yeah.
Do you
Squad
get?
depth is
Yeah.
necessary. Yeah.
So if Mbeumo comes off the right
Mm-hmm.
and is for squad depth, perfect. You get what I'm saying? It's a good
But why
signing.
would you want Mbeumo coming off the right for squad depth when you have Ethan Waneri? Ethan Waneri is already
That
playing
side.
that position, so and he's a young, promising talent. He's young, he's
Mm,
promising, he's
mm,
talented. He's like a
mm.
prodigy, right? Scores bangers.
Bangers, yeah.
So it's quite unnecessary to go for Mbeumo. I think Mbeumo is a bad,
Overkill.
he's a bad interest. I don't think they should be interested in anything. Mbeumo doesn't have much to offer them,
No,
right?
but Mbeumo scores goals
Mbeumo is pacey
and he scores
and he
goals.
has finishing, right?
Yeah.
But I think they need somebody more technical, right? Mbeumo
Who
is
would
not the
who
most
would you
he's
who
not the
would you
most technical
suggest?
winger.
Who would you suggest?
Definitely not Mbeumo. I think Waneri is good enough to play backup for Saka.
Saka.
Yeah, there's no need. There's no need to get Mbeumo. Mbeumo is a waste of time. I think it's a waste of time. So Liverpool and Manchester United compete for £30 million Brighton winger Yakubu Minte.
Minte is
Yankuba Minte.
really good. Really good. Is he
Mm,
going to play left wing or right wing?
yeah, that's the question.
I think Minte is you've watched a lot of Bright. Did you watch a lot of Brighton games?
I watched just like one or two Brighton games. Yeah.
Minte is really, really good in terms of he's an intelligent player. Apart from him having energy, he's intelligent. So you combine those two and you're up to something. He's young, he's still coachable. So you see why people are going for him. And I think he can play
Yeah.
on both wings, if I remember.
And he
He can,
scored 7 goals. He
yeah.
scored 7 goals. He
How
had
many
five assists.
assists? Five
Five
assists.
assists.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Seven
And
goals, five assists,
Liverpool,
12.
yeah, Liverpool have been monitoring Minte to just, they're interested.
Yeah. We see how it goes. Which other transfers are you? But do you think is a who needs it more?
I think I think we need it.
He says Liverpool and who going for Minte.
And Manchester United.
He goes to Manchester United. His career is I don't know.
Yeah. But I think Liverpool need him too as well. Because
Liverpool
who is the backup for who is the backup for Salah
or Gakpo.
or Gakpo? Bayern has interest in Gakpo. Bayern, they're interested in signing Gakpo. So if Gakpo potentially
See
goes
a
to Bayern,
concrete interest.
yeah, they've expressed interest in Gakpo. And also Luis Diaz, Barcelona, there's interest from Barcelona for Luis Diaz. So when you look at everything, it's like, yeah, it's not a bad signing to get another winger. I think it's not a bad signing. Absolutely not a bad signing. And Yankubu Minte is promising. He had a breakthrough season, and Liverpool and Brighton are always known to do really good business with each other. You're mute.
I said yeah. And Manchester United, if if I don't know who is going to pick, but what would be the reason for him going to Manchester United? It would be money.
Yeah, definitely. To be
Right.
money.
I don't
Mhm,
see any other reason he goes to Manchester United, but you never can tell. Maybe he loves the club. It
mhm.
could be that he was maybe a Manchester United fan or something like that, or he still is. So that's another thing, right? So yeah.
Yeah, well. So Milos Kekes addresses Liverpool transfer interest with 40 million move on the horizon. So let's talk about Kekes. Kekes to Liverpool still looks like it's there's still some budding interest there, and it
Okay.
still looks like something like Liverpool are definitely interested in Kekes. So I'm really like putting an eye on that signing because I feel like that signing is something that will be really important for us, given that Robertson is not at the form we need him to be at,
Mm.
and Semikas is simply just a very very good number two. Right?
So do you sell
It doesn't feel
Simikas?
like
Who do you sell? Simikas?
I think it's good to have three people in that position and have them compete going into
Three.
next season. Yeah, it's good to
Mm.
have the three, have
Three.
them compete going into next season, right? And I just feel like if
Are
you're going
you
to
sure
sell
he's not
anybody,
going to sell Robertson?
yeah, we might just sell Robertson because Robertson is getting old, and I'm sure there are other teams that will want him too.
Okay, we'll see. Sell Robertson. Where does he go? There will be other teams that will want him. A lot of teams actually. And
Mm,
yeah, we'll see. Um, Rashford and Sancho, their futures are uncertain.
mhm.
What do you think? Like, where does if you were to advise Rashford where to go? Like, there was a story that Rashford was interested, Barcelona was interested in Rashford,
Yeah,
right? Do you think it's a good signing or a bad signing?
I think they don't need Rashford. I mean, what is he
Think so?
going to Barcelona for? I think he will succeed in La Liga, and I see
Mm.
Rashford succeeding in Germany too as well. I think those two
So,
leagues are leagues he can succeed in.
so
So
what? Yeah.
I don't know if Barcelona really need Rashford, right? Because Rashford in that left wing position, I feel like Rafinha already gives enough, more than enough, coming from that left wing,
Okay.
and also I feel like they have. I don't know how what their squad depth looks like for that position, but I still feel like what is Rashford going there to do? Right? Is he going there as a good number two? Because he doesn't start to me.
So
He
that's
doesn't.
the thing. So that's the question I even have. Is he
Mhm.
going there as a left winger to Rafinha, or is he going there as a striker?
But Rashford is not a striker. Like that's also bad business. Why sign Rashford as just a proven? He's a proven winger.
Yeah,
That is what he's good at. That's his
yeah,
talent.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why play Rashford as a nine? Rashford as a nine is a clueless nine. He's not physical enough to play that nine position, and his finishing is questionable, to be honest. For a nine, his finishing is good for a winger, right?
Mm.
But his finishing for a nine, nah. Rashford is not a nine.
Okay,
So
maybe
why
it's
is he
as a
playing him?
backup to Rafinha, right? You have somebody that has pace. Rafinha is tired. You bring him on. The energy
Yeah.
levels still remain the
But
same.
honestly, if you had to pick between Luis Diaz and Rafinha, who would you pick?
Uh
Because Luis Diaz has pace. Luis Diaz can
Rashford.
dribble. Luis
Yeah,
Diaz can score. Can play as a nine. He can play as a left winger. He's
Okay,
more your
okay.
target.
So how do we compare? How many? Let's compare their goals in the last 2 seasons. Can we compare their goals?
Okay, let's
Rashford,
yeah, we-
yes, So that's the only way we can judge. Let the stats speak. Rashford and Luis Diaz. How have they performed in the last 2 seasons?
yeah, I'm putting up Rashford stats and then we put Luis Diaz. So Rashford this season
Mm,
had 6 goals in the Premier League,
yeah.
3 assists in the Premier League in 25 games, right? But let's
Three-
just look at their overall season because
Okay.
they
Yeah.
both played in Champions League and they both played he played in Europa League, right? And some other
Mm,
competitions. So in
mm,
all competitions in this season, Rashford has 11 goals and 8 assists in 41 appearances
okay.
this season.
So
Last
11,
season,
11, 11 goals, 9 assists, 8 assists.
11 goals, 8 assists in
Okay.
41 appearances.
Okay.
Last season, he had 9 goals, 6 assists in 48 appearances.
9 goals. How many assists?
6 assists,
Mm-hmm.
48 appearances.
Okay. What of Luis Diaz? So
Luis
for Rashford, this season 43% involvement, 43% chance of him scoring or assisting. The season before that, 31%. What of Luis Diaz?
Luis Diaz this season has
Mm.
17 goals,
Oof.
5 assists
Wow.
in 50 appearances.
In 50,
Yeah.
that's 44%. Yeah. The season before that.
Season before that, he had
Mm.
18 goals
Mm.
and 8 assists in
Oof.
62 appearances.
41. Yeah. Luis Diaz is better.
Across the board, Luis Diaz is better.
It's better. And he's been
I didn't even need
consistent.
to, yeah, I didn't
He's
even
been
need to like,
consistent, right?
yeah,
So
I didn't even need to check to know that Luis
yeah.
Diaz was better. I knew Luis Diaz is better.
I think maybe the reason Barcelona might be going for Rashford would be in
Maybe
terms
it's
of
cheaper.
maybe he's
It's cheaper
thinking
for them.
is the pricing. The price is
Yeah.
cheaper.
Because Luis Diaz is 85 million.
No, no,
And
no.
for for your number two, of course, you go for a 40 million
Yeah.
winger.
For
And it's
40
Rashford.
million, they might even price it down.
And they don't even need him to like they don't even need him to start. They just need him to
Yes.
come off the
Come
bench.
on. Yeah.
Right?
And
And he's
any
just come. Mhm.
yeah. Any sorry to cut you short. Any game they feel like, oh, Rafinha is not needed in this game, they can use Rashford.
You can just use Rashford, and Rashford is
Right?
not
So,
really bad in quality.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. So and yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. I think it makes a lot of sense. So what do you think about Brentford reaching an agreement to sign Liverpool's Kelleher? Kelleher is, you know,
So
Kelleher
is he going there as a number one?
is going there as the number one, of course, right?
So
Because
what
who
of their
was
keeper?
their keeper's name is what was their keeper? Flecken, right? Wait, or was
Yes, Mark Flecking.
yeah, so Flecken, guess where Flecken is going?
Wait. Is he going outside England?
Yes.
He's going to Bayern.
Which Bayern?
Bayern Leverkusen.
Yeah.
Damn it. That was good guess from me.
Yeah.
So he's going to Bayern Leverkusen.
Yes.
That's a good signing.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Chelsea, they need a goalkeeper. Move wide.
So
I
Bayern
think
Leverkusen signed Flecken, and then
Kelleher.
They came to Brentford, and Brentford signed
How
Kelleher.
much is Liverpool selling Kelleher to Brentford? Kelleher is a good goalie. Oh my God.
Yeah, let's see, how much did you sell Kelleher for? 80 million.
Damn, that's cheap, man.
Hmm.
We could have just bought Kelleher.
But
But
people are saying that this deal, Liverpool purposely sold it for that price to Brentford so that Brentford could let Flecken go to Leverkusen. And they wanted the deal to happen that way so that it can in turn influence their deal for Florian.
oh, nice. Okay, 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 okay.
Yeah.
So it's just a case like, oh, Florian is coming to you. Um, Convince these guys to sell their keeper, right? You're selling their keeper,
Yeah.
we'll give you cheap, sell it cheap too.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll quickly agree on that Florian deal because you've also come through for us in one deal we
Makes
want,
sense. It makes sense. Makes
you
sense.
know.
Chelsea used to do this kind of deals where you remember the one they did with Atletico Madrid, um, Samu going to Porto. Do you remember when they
Mm.
say, oh, this person has to move for Gallagher to
Mhm.
come here and this was that
Yeah, yeah, I
wow.
remember.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
but Keller is a very good keeper, and I think he
Yes,
deserves that
he's
number
better
one
than
spot
Sanchez.
by far. He's great on his feet.
And
He's
he's
great
a
on his
he's a
feet.
short stopper.
He's a short stopper, right? And he has great reflexes. Just like that kind of Raya kind of reflexes. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
Keller is athletic like that. He has great reflexes. So I think he's really, really good. He's a really, 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 really good signing for Brentford. You see, every team is trying to reinforce.
That's
We've
it.
been
So
saying this. Every team is trying to reinforce. It just feels like, guy, it's just crazy.
Arsenal needs to strike when the iron is hot.
Is Bruno leaving? Um, which
Ah,
Bruno? Bruno Fernandez? Well, Bruno Fernandez. There was a signing. There's interest for Bruno Fernandez from Al Nassr, right? So
yeah,
there's interest for Bruno Fernandez from Al Nassr. So there's a high chance that
yeah.
Bruno Fernandez might leave United. Given that United wants to sell all their players, is almost a given. If there's an offer, United will be interested, and Bruno most likely doesn't mind leaving at this point.
But
So
but in my Ruben Amorim said he's sure Bruno doesn't want to leave.
that's Ruben Amorim talking. But Ruben Amorim is just he just talks, man.
He just talks.
He just talks. I
But do
think
you
he just
think the
talks.
truth is why should you say that's the question? Manchester United want to rebuild their squad. Who are
Oh
going?
my
Who
bad.
are
Actually, it's not Al Nassr, it's Al Hilal.
Al
Al
Hilal? Yeah.
Hilal believe Bruno Fernandes is close to agreeing to a blockbuster exit from Manchester United.
Oh my god,
That was reported today, literally today.
that's a bad idea.
Al Hilal, they believe that it's close, which means
Oh.
United are definitely going to agree. It
How
just
much?
depends
How
on
much is the price? 100 million.
um they
Yeah.
said
The thing is,
keep
if
talking.
if they if they just check it, if they sign Bruno for like 100 million,
Mm-hmm.
right? They can reinforce that money, bring in two excellent players, younger players with that money.
Whoa.
How much is the amount?
Ooh, guys, by the time I tell you what I just figured out, you guys
Oh,
will be. I think Bruno is leaving, man. It's a no-brainer. They're
oh
offering
my,
$100 million pounds, right? £100 million
yeah.
to United, and they're
Yeah.
offering Bruno like three times his current salary.
Oh,
Three times his current salary
like 900, 900.
on a 4-year contract.
Oh, that's 900, like 900,000 pounds.
How much does Bruno
I think
and
Bruno is on 300 and something.
are you sure? I think he was on 200 and something.
Is he? Check. I don't know. I was feeling that Bruno was on 300.
Let's see, what's the salary per week? Okay, 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 yeah, you're right. Bruno earns 300K per week. So they are going to triple his salary.
900 per
They'll pay
week.
900 per week.
More. She go and get the bag.
900 per week. That's almost $1 million a week.
Forget about trophies, my brother. Per week, 1 million.
Yes,
Forget trophies, forget Champions League. Go and collect the bag.
$1 million a week. and what else?
Tax free,
On a
tax free,
4-year deal,
and it's tax free.
which brings the total package to what? Let's say
200 and something million.
which I'm sure there will be some bonuses and stuff. So let's say the bonuses and everything bring it to up to 1 million a week. So
Yeah,
1 million a week, that in a month is like 4 million. So 4 million times what, 12?
a week. We have 52 weeks in a year.
Oh, sorry.
What
Anyways,
are you saying? Am I wrong or right? It's
I
52 weeks
it's
in a year.
52 million.
Yes, times 4.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like
52
200
million.
million.
It's
Forget
50, yeah,
United and their issues.
yeah, times
Move on.
four. That's
Yeah,
over what, 400 million.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Damn, 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 damn.
That's crazy.
Ah, that'll be, and
Wow.
that means I don't know, but I feel like Bruno leaving Manchester United will be weaker.
Well, maybe they don't end up being weaker.
So who are they
Maybe Cunha steps into that Bruno's role and they actually go and sign a striker, or they
as
use
a
the,
10?
yeah,
Okay, true, 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 true.
yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe they don't
yeah.
get weaker because
Cunha might be a 10,
and Cunha
and
might be
they'll
more
get a
suitable
striker.
to play in this 3-4-3 type of
Okay, where they
formation
play
that,
with two tens in front.
yeah, well, yeah, maybe Bruno and Cunha might be more suited for that.
Yeah,
And Cunha could be a better maybe box to box compared to
yeah,
Bruno. I don't know. This is just me throwing it out there. Maybe Cunha might fit the system a lot better than Bruno Fernandes. So I think it's something worth exploring. But for sure, I don't know if Bruno is that much of a Manchester United fan to say he wants to stay. But
yeah.
if it's me, somebody offering to triple my salary for the next 4 years, I could be making up to $1 million per week for the
Jackpot
next four
United.
years to play in a non-competitive league. I can
Jackpot
actually
United.
come in, day out and cook people for a living. I will be cooking guys on the field, right? And I'm getting paid $1 million to do that. Anyways, it's a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Oh my God, Jamie, Jermaine, are you a Man U fan? I don't know if he's still on the live. Anyways, if you ask me, I know Bruno might leave, but is he really? Should they really sell Bruno? Or maybe they've even replaced Bruno. Jordan, welcome. Should they even? Maybe they've replaced Bruno. Well, maybe we might just be
Mm,
drinking pain relief on somebody else's problem. Maybe they've replaced him with Cunha, right? That's a good
possible.
replacement. If they are replacing Bruno, Cunha with Bruno for Cunha, I be Cunha for Bruno. That's not a bad replacement.
So there's another report of with Arsenal. I know we're going to Arsenal,
Yeah.
but
Hi, Dorcas.
Arsenal, there was interest in Leao,
Jamie
Rafael.
is a Man U fan. Yeah, it's sad. Like, I wish Bruno could stay.
Man you
Like,
forever win or lose.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
Really?
Good. I have so many Man U fans as friends, right? But the thing is, if you are building a new squad and you're trying to send half of your squad away, you still need someone like, I feel like Man U still needs Bruno. But maybe they're after the money, and maybe they anyway. Bruno is 30 years. What are we even talking about? Kings,
Mhm.
you get what I'm saying? Bruno
I
is
get what
30.
you're saying,
Yeah,
100%.
he's
Yeah.
30. So maybe it might be just useful you get someone. There are a lot of players out there you could even go. You could even go for Andre Santos
Mm-hmm.
for Chelsea. He's not never played for Chelsea, but he's been really good at Salzburg for 50 million. And he'll do a better job than Mason Mount.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made everyone start cry this season, not only you. Yeah. For even like the kids, you can attest for non-fans, right? It's bad,
I
it's
know, I
bad,
know.
it's bad, it's bad your enemy is losing, but you take sympathy for the way. Do you get what I'm saying? And you compare 2 years ago, Chelsea and Man
Yeah.
U were in the mud together. They were mud
Mm-hmm.
brothers. But see where
Now
they
one is out of the mud and the other is still in it.
yeah,
Yeah.
so you see it, right? And you
Mhm.
said Man U has been you've been rebuilding for there's a way you call it, say it.
I
So I
said
don't
I said Man U is going through transition years.
Good.
instead of just having a transition season. So
Yeah. So
it is what it is. But I kind of want to move away from Man U conversation. Man U. We always talk about Man U all the time, especially this season. But you're right about what you said. Like Bruno leaving, there might already be a replacement for Bruno at this point, right?
true. Yeah.
And Cunha might be that replacement. I think if Amorim really wants to play this 3-4-3 type of
Yeah.
formation, type of tactic, he
Yeah.
might really want to play it with a bit of some high press, maybe high pacey
Yeah.
football.
So
He might really want to have that, a certain level of energy,
yeah.
paciness, quality, technical ability in
Yeah.
certain positions. And I don't know how old Cunha is, but I'm sure Cunha is younger than Bruno,
Cunha
right?
is young. You can check.
Right? Cunha
Three
is
at the
younger than
back.
Bruno.
Three at the
Yeah,
back. Four across.
four
Two,
across.
two tens and a striker.
Yes,
So Cunha can be one of those tens,
yes.
right? And you could use, maybe they need two midfielders in the middle.
You can even play Cunha and Ahmad, right?
Yes,
You can play
Cunha and
Cunha,
Ahmad.
Ahmad,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you can play a depending on who they sign as
A
the striker,
striker. Yeah.
they can
Yeah.
play that striker up front as the nine, right?
Yeah.
Even Xerxes going into next season can still do good for Amorim for a while they actually find somebody more quality, right? Xerxes is capable of at least scoring more goals than Rasmus Højlund for sure. Yeah, I've
Do
been saying this. I've been saying this
yeah.
for a long time. Like this three
Yeah.
four three system just doesn't work.
Yeah. I think it
It
was this week.
doesn't.
Is this week you ranted about 3-4-3.
It's
It's a
probably last week,
terrible. Okay,
but
last week. It's a terrible formation.
it sucks. Three
Yeah.
four three requires you to have high energy players, high pacey players,
Specialized. Yeah.
and special players with a very niche and specialized skill to really pull it off. If not, you're forcing people to fit into a system that just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right? Even Pep Guardiola did not play three. By the way, Pep never played 3-4-3.
No,
Do
no,
you know
no.
what he played? He
What?
played 3-2-4-1.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Or three two
Three,
four
three,
three
and
two
that
four.
the two in front, one of them was a defender, so he turns
One of
into
them
a
was a
four,
centre back.
right?
Yeah,
So he's actually playing 4-4-1,
yeah,
4-1. That's what he's
yes.
playing.
That's he's actually
Four
playing four
one
one
four
four
one.
one.
But he's just pushing somebody into the middle just in case.
Yeah, it's just so
Yeah.
that
So
Stones is the
yeah,
false centre back. That was the formation with the false centre back, right?
yeah,
Where
yeah,
Stones, you think Stones is the centre back, well, you see Stones next to Haaland trying to score. You
yeah,
think Stones is a centre back, but you see Stones was almost like box pitch to end, was like an end to end player,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But Stones had the pace, he had the physicality, and he had the skill to pull that off, and
yeah.
he also could score, right?
True, true.
So this whole 3-4-3 that Amorim is trying to play with United, he simply can't pull it off with the players that he has. He simply cannot,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's an utter waste of time. And even if you keep signing players, yes, you sign Cunha, maybe you have Ahmad. I don't know who you have as your nine. Maybe you get, I don't know if they actually sign a nine,
yeah.
but let's say they do, maybe some good nine that can give you 15 plus goals a season.
But
Then
who would you suggest? Like, you saw Delap reject Manu. Which other that would have been an ideal striker? But
which other person?
which other Wisa
At this point, United need to go to Saudi to go and sign someone from Saudi.
is not that bad.
Why not? It's
It's not that.
cheaper. Maybe go
Who
and
are
sign
you?
somebody that's been Premier League proven, plays in Saudi. Bring
Who?
it back.
Okay,
Ivan Tony.
that former Aston Villa player.
I was saying Ivan Tony. Or even the
Oh,
former Aston Villa player. The former Aston Villa player, what's his name?
the young boy. I've forgotten his name.
Duran, or was it, no? Is it Duran?
Duran. Yes, Duran. Yeah,
Duran, yeah. Even
Duran.
that
Not a
boy
bad
too.
signing.
Sign
Yeah,
sign him and bring him back to United.
he will
But that
score.
Duran might be expensive, but
He will score
Ivan
goals.
Tony will at least will give you 15 plus goals in
He
the
will
EPL.
score. He will score.
So I mean, but sign a quality because they want Premier League proven at forwards. Go and
Mm.
sign somebody from Aston Villa. Sign Oli Watkins. Sign,
Yeah,
you know,
but
all these
Watkins will
people,
never
right?
go to Man U.
But it's just that the problem now is Man U don't have that aura anymore. They don't have that pull, so they can't really pull players like they used to.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
it's
Yeah.
just, yeah, it is what it is, sadly. But something that's more interesting for me is talk about Arsenal. We're interested in Rafael Leao coming on the
Oh,
left wing. but they
Damn.
just don't want to pay the asking price for Leao.
The asking price would be like 85 million.
I know Leao will be very, 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 very expensive.
But is it really worth 85? Rather than go for Leao, why don't you go for the other guy at Atletico Bilbao?
Which guy is that? Nico Williams?
Nico Williams. Far
And
better
Nico
player.
is younger. Nico is like what,
Yeah.
23, 22?
Yeah. Nico Williams is far better than. In
Leao is
fact,
25 though.
I feel like Leao is overrated.
What?
But
You feel like
you know,
Leao?
you know, we were
No.
meant to sign Leao rather than Modric. Ah, we made a
You
big
guys
mistake.
messed up big
We
time.
and,
Leao
and
overrated?
and we went for Modric because Arsenal was really going for. Maybe he should have gone to Arsenal.
Leao is a lot of things, but overrated.
You sure?
Leao is not overrated. No, Leao. Okay, let's actually check Leao stats. Although he's in the Serie A, but
Mm.
we don't really know. Like, let me see.
That would
Rafa.
not be a bad time, but for 85 million, like, is it really worth it? 85 million. That's too much money.
You think
It's too
so?
much. Yeah, it's too much.
So, well, it might be too much money, but Leao is a winger, right? He's a
Yeah, he's
winger.
a left winger.
He's a left winger. So
Yeah.
this season doesn't have too much goals, but he had 8 goals, 8 assists in
Mm.
the Serie A,
In how
but
many games?
in 34 games. But in all competitions, he had 13 goals and 13 assists in
18.
yeah in 58 games.
That's not bad. That's like
Yeah,
50%.
yeah, and then the season before that, he had 16 goals and 13 assists in
In
56 games.
Oh, that's not bad. That's
I
more than
think,
50 something percent.
and the season before that, we're even going further down. He had 18 goals and 12 assists in
Oh,
62 games. He's a
that's
double. He gives you
50%.
double digits in assists season to season. Double
Damn.
digits in assists. I think
Good.
Rafael Leao will be a really, really good addition
Good.
to
What
the
of
Arsenal
Nico
team.
Williams?
Okay, Nico
So that means
Williams.
for the last 3 seasons, he's always he's average 50% goal involvement.
Yeah, but he's also playing for a side. He plays for what, AC Milan.
AC
He's playing
Milan.
for a side that is not even quality. Imagine if he comes into a quality team, Arteta teaches him his style of football together with his skill set. I think he could really pull it off.
I
Nico
think Leao
Williams,
would be a very good addition. They are trying to win
yeah.
the title.
Nico
Leal
Williams,
and a proper
yeah.
striker.
Nico Williams has what 12. He has 12 goals, 10 assists
Hmm.
in 51 games. That was this season.
That's 40 something. Mhm.
Season before that, wow, wow, impressive. Season before that, he had 10 10 goals, 18 assists in 46 games.
Oh, that's almost 60%.
Wow. And the season before that, okay, 10 goals, 5 assists. But 2023, 2024 was really a good season for him. He had a lot of assists. And then 24, 25, he had like 10 assists. Still not bad.
But Leal has been double, like you said, double digit assists throughout,
Mhm.
right? So
Yeah, I think Leao for sure. For me, if you had to ask me to choose between Leao and Nico, I will
mm,
go more for Leao because I feel like Leao comes with a certain physicality, right? While Nico, you don't want to sign Nico, he comes to the Prem and he flops in the Prem, right? But
yeah,
Leao is a player that I'm kind of confident, given that he plays in Italy, he plays with very, very tough defenders because
yeah,
Italy is a very defensive league and he's able to give that much assist in a very defensive league. I think he's somebody that you want to bring to the Prem, right?
yeah.
And test him and see how he does. So I'll lean more for Leao, but Arsenal, it depends on how much you want to spend. It depends on how much you want to pay for him.
True,
So
true, true. Not bad. Like if they add Leal and a striker, then with this other guy they brought in the middle, they are ready to compete, Kingsley. What do you think?
maybe they are. I think
Yeah.
so.
You look at it, you add Leal, you
Mm-hmm,
add a striker, Šeško. Even if it's Šeško, it's fine. Leal, Šeško, and Umbuemo.
mm-hmm.
With that midfielder, that's 4 players. There's no excuse on earth why you cannot win at least a trophy.
Leao, Šeško, and Mbuemo. Mm.
Yes. And they've signed them Zubimendi in the midfield.
Oh yes, Zubimendi
So four
confirmed.
players, four.
Yeah,
That's all.
I
They don't
think
need
I
more
think
than
yeah,
that.
But this layout deal, they don't want to pay the asking price, so they might not get layout anyways. But it's just like it's just a conversation. Like,
Should
yeah,
go
they
for
might sign
Nico
layout.
Williams. Why is no one going for Nico Williams? I wonder.
Mm.
Anyways, what else you want to talk about?
I think this Hugo Ekiteke. I don't know why a lot of people want Ekiteke. Like, why do they keep going for this Hugo Ekiteke? Like, is he really that good?
Who else is looking at him?
I don't know. SSB, what's up? Like, I just hear like multiple truly elite strikers have been mentioned on transfer targets for slots and Hughes this summer, and Hugo Ekiteke reportedly sits near the top of the club's list. So Liverpool also have some interest in Ekiteke. Like,
Hmm.
why? Why do people want this Ekiteke guy? I don't understand. Is Ekiteke really that good?
They
And the
look at him.
new Isak, really?
Okay.
He's 22 years old. Now 20 away from me, he just have dropped a
Similar
huge hint
body
that he's
type.
in line for a move to Liverpool. Liverpool are actually serious in signing Ekiteke. Like, actually serious in doing it.
For how much? 100 million.
No, they're not like, I mean, he's on their list, but
Yes, he can play as a winger and he can play as a striker.
I think they might pull it off. But I think this Florian deal is still something that they really, really want.
Yeah, but would
So
the question I have for you guys is for Liverpool is would you sign Florian 100 and something million, 109, then you sign Ikiteki for 100 million euros?
nah.
That's too much. That's too much. Ah, Sheriff,
Chevy,
Chevy.
what's up now?
Yeah.
What's up? What's up?
That
What's
that
up?
would be that would be too much. Say
I know,
continue
right?
this night. We just finished talking about United. We had Jamie on the chat on the live. I don't know if he's still
Jermaine.
there. He said he's
Jermaine.
a oh sorry. He said he's a Man U fan through and through. Man U, he say Man U made him cry this season.
Mm.
Yeah, sad about them. Yeah.
Yeah, but lots of exciting transfers. The one I'm looking forward to the most is us
Which one?
closing that Florian deal. You
Mm,
know, close that Florian deal, and then we move on. We know that we already have Florian in the team. We close on Frimpong,
yeah.
close on Gyökeres. I think those three. Once those three are good, I don't really care for which nine we go for, because I know that we have the guys that will score.
Are you
So
see
we
this
sign
stuff?
Ekiteke on top of Wit and the fullbacks. FSG won't invest again for at least 5 years. Yeah, they will absolutely not. I hope you all spend 150 on Wit and the flops.
That's 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 my
You're just
fear.
a hater, bro. Like, you're just
No,
a
that's my
hater. Like,
fear.
bro, like,
109.
he's not going to flop. Why you guys think Florian will flop, bro? Like, you
I
guys,
this I don't I've not okay.
Chevy is just a hater. I don't mind Chevy. He's just a hater, bro.
Anyways,
Like, he's not going to flop. Like, Florian is not. Florian literally is a generational talent, bro. What are you
for
saying?
Man City to be considering him,
Yeah, a lot
right?
of clubs showed interest
They
in
only
Florian.
pull they only pull that because of the amount.
Mm-hmm.
The price tag is too much. I know Guardiola doesn't want to spend 100 and some. He doesn't. If it's more than
Exactly.
70 million, right? Yeah. SSB saying technical players don't usually flop.
Havas was better and he flopped. That's Havas' business.
Was Harvard better than Florian?
He said,
No.
wait, he said Havas was better. Oh, I thought he even meant
No.
Havas was better than before. He said Havas was
No,
better
no.
than Florian and he flopped
Yeah.
in the league.
I don't think so. No, 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 no.
So you think
Harvard
Florian is the
better
new
than
Havas?
Harvard. No, was Harvard better than Florian? I
He
don't
was
think
not.
so.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think.
I don't think
I
so.
don't
But
think. But
anyways,
anyways, we see. Yeah, SSB saying Harvard was not better than Waits. Yeah, I don't think so too. Harvard was this kind of player that he was a 10, he was a winger. Do you get okay? Let's compare. Okay, let's compare Kingsley, like Chevy is saying.
this
pull up,
guy.
pull up Florian with stats. Let's see.
Okay,
Yes,
let's pull up
compare their stats last season.
Florian and who and Kai Havertz.
And Kai Havertz.
Here we go.
If his stats is on the same level as Havertz, then that's a big red flag. Big red flag.
Why is it a big red flag? I don't understand. Both of them are they the same thing?
They are not the
They're
same,
not the
but
same player.
oh,
So
anyways,
you cannot use that to predict whether he will flop or not.
or
Like, it's
not.
still not a good point.
Anyways,
Right?
and his slot will develop him. So
Wait, so their season at Leverkusen, when season at Leverkusen, their last season at Leverkusen. Okay, Havertz. Okay, I'm going to Havertz last season in the Bundesliga, which is 2019-2020 season,
Mm-hmm.
right? And Florian's season. I'm using this is Florian's current season. Let's say he leaves this season, right? So
Mm-hmm.
let's compare the two. Havertz had 18 goals,
Mm-hmm.
13 assists in
Mm-hmm.
49 games.
Wow, 63% goal involvement. Yeah,
Yeah. Florian had 19 goals, 18 assists in 51 games.
72. Florian is better by far.
I don't even know.
By far, it's better.
Yeah, that's what we just saw now. That's
That's
what we
what
just
we just
said,
said
right?
now. Yeah,
Yeah. Both their last seasons. Yeah. So
Florian
that,
has
that
a
doesn't mean wait,
yeah.
honestly, to be honest, another thing too is stats doesn't mean anything.
True.
What was
True.
Harvard? What was Harvard's playing as?
Havertz
What was he
was a
playing as?
63% chance goal involvement.
No, but what was Harvard playing as when he was in Germany? He said
That's what
it was
I'm
never
saying. He
a
was playing
10.
as a 10, he was playing as a striker, was playing as a winger. Confused, right?
Harvard say Harvard was never a 10. Harvard was a 10. Yeah, it was a 10, right?
Played as a 10, Chevy. Played as
No, no, no,
a
it's
winger.
SSB
He
that
plays
it's
as a
SSB that said it was never a 10.
and he played that SSB. He played as a 10.
But also we're forgetting like sometimes start alone doesn't do justice, right? It doesn't do justice to the player,
Mm.
right? I still don't feel like I feel like Florian is very intelligent, he's very techy, so I don't think he's going to flop. I actually don't think so.
Yes, 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 yes. We'll see. Anyways, we'll see. When Chelsea bought Enzo Fernandez for 105 million, everybody said they were crazy, but they saw something, right?
Yeah, and Enzo
You
Fernandez is
clearly
doing well. He
see.
had a great season.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
season I just
So
passed, it was very
yeah,
good
it
for
doesn't
him.
mean like, and I know FSG doesn't make mistake in transfers. They don't make mistake. If you
Uh,
no, no, apart from
Nunes
Darwin, even Darwin Nunes that you say is a mistake. Darwin Nunes
kind of flopped
is
though.
still okay.
He really flopped
How many
actually.
how many goals does he have this season?
There's no even point checking, but I'm sure it's not up
Okay,
to
so
10. He really
okay,
flopped.
15.
Like
Yeah.
Darwin Nunes, like there was just Darwin Nunes was supposed to replace that Firmino. No, no, like well, not replace Firmino. He was supposed to come in and like be like a Haaland type of striker, right? Where you give him the ball, goal, every one on one
But
goal.
Kingsley,
Because they
I
were
think
comparing him with Haaland at some
no,
point
but
when he first signed.
yeah, but the thing is that I think this is a
Scored on his debut. He scored on his debut.
yeah, but this is a case of you know what I think. This is a case of wrong expectation. Do you get because Femi? It's not like Firmino was giving you 20 goals a season or 15 goals a season.
But no, but you don't understand. Firmino was a false nine.
Yeah, but
Firmino did not need to give that much output, right? Firmino just needed to like
there was
give
no
an
much
assist,
expectation on
or
Firmino.
he was also a technical forward. He can just score or give like
Yeah,
an assist, give a pass or something like that. I know, right?
I don't want no, I
They
don't
want
want
Luis to flop. They
Florian
want him
Wirtz
to
to
flop so
flop.
bad.
No,
These
no,
Chelsea
I
fans
don't
and
want
Man U
no, no,
fans,
no,
they
no,
low
no, no. I
key
don't
are
want him to flop.
plotting.
It's
They are
Chevy.
plotting and planning. Now you're saying it's heavy.
No, no,
Now
it's
you're saying it's
Chevy.
heavy.
No, I'm just saying. No, what
Wow.
I'm saying is that I feel like the money is too much.
But it doesn't matter. Everybody felt that way for Caicedo. People said the money was too much for Caicedo.
True, true, true.
Do you
You're right.
consider Caicedo to be a flop? No. Caicedo is not a flop,
Is what the money. It's true.
right? So at the end of the day, let's see if Florian comes and he doesn't do well, then we can start having that conversation, right? But
True,
I think he's a 100 million player, and I think he's going to do well.
true, 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 true.
So what are my expectations of with
You say
well, back to the
Chevy,
same. You see
Chevy.
what I'm saying?
Caicedo is a 100 million player. Please, let's not start this argument. Let's not
Uh,
start this argument. To be honest, it's worth it, worth every amount. For those that watch my games, right?
mhm.
They will agree with me.
Yeah,
In this,
I've watched Caicedo, and I think Caicedo is. is the lock on Chelsea's midfield. The
That's it.
same
If
way
you pull out
Caicedo,
Caicedo, we are gone.
the floodgates are open.
Guy, we are gone
You guys are
totally.
in trouble. The floodgates are open. I think Caicedo really tries. He really, I think he's a solid player. I think he's a solid player. What are my expectations for Wheat next season? I think my expectation for Wheat, double digit assists. He
Yeah,
gives he gives double digit assists.
yeah.
I
15 at
think
15 assists, 15 goals.
I think
I think
if
he's
you're
not
anything like
well.
double digit assists, I think good, and it
Yeah,
gives me up to like double digit goals. Even if it's not
good.
up to 15 goals, solid season, solid
Yeah,
debut
yeah,
season,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? That's what I'm looking for. I give at least I want to see at the end of the season all
At least
competitions
25 goal involvements.
in all
Goals
competitions.
and in all competition, goal and
Yes,
assist
25. Yeah,
25.
you're right. 25, at least 25 GA. Next season. If you do anything below that, okay, not a good debut season. Anything above that, an
Yes.
excellent debut.
Yeah. No, 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 no. We said 25. Chevy, we said 25. You guys are forgetting he's not a striker. Florian is not a
A
striker.
striker is a
He's a
10.
10. He's a creator. So, in fact,
He's
the
a
assist is
finisher. He's
even
doing
the.
what Soboslai does. Is what
Yeah,
Soboslai does, and he's not afraid to take shots to score. Soboslai's problem is Soboslai can shoot, he can score, but
yeah.
Soboslai sometimes he hesitates. He doesn't take the chance. Bruno is
No,
not a
Bruno is not a
striker.
striker. What's Bruno's stats this season? Do you want to check Bruno? Since Chevy has brought up
He
Bruno
said was
now.
KDB a striker? KDB was not a striker now.
No, why not?
I don't understand. Wait, let him
No,
get
no, what
get,
he's
get to the
saying,
point.
no, I understand what Chevy is saying. Like, Chevy is saying that these people he's mentioned, they are not strikers, but their GAs are high.
Mm-hmm.
They are okay. You know what? Let's check Bruno. We'll check KDB and we'll check Umbuemo quickly, like so that we can lock this argument in and we
Okay.
resolve it.
Wait, Bruno Fernandez. I just had this
Yeah.
that's open to
Oh, we
Bruno
just checked
Fernandez.
Bruno, I think.
Yeah, I feel like we just I'll just pull it up. Bruno
Yeah.
Fernandez, who Umbuemo.
Yes, Umbuemo and the KDB. No, I think I can still remember KDB's zone. Season to season is 63% goal involvement, if we remember. So
Yeah.
that one was mad, right?
Okay,
Okay,
let's check them this season, right?
yeah,
Let's start from Brian Umbuemo this
yeah.
season. 20 goals, 8 assists. Wow, Mbuemo
Wow,
was
that's
scoring
crazy.
like that though
In how many
in 41 games. Wow, Mbuemo,
That's 68.
you're tough like
Percent.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay, Mbuemo.
What of Bruno?
Bruno had 21 goals, 21 assists.
21.
Damn.
21.
Yeah,
Oh my god. How many in how
21 goals,
many
21
competitions?
assists in 64 games.
Oh,
Wow.
Mbuemo is still even higher. 65 or 66, yeah.
Yeah, and KDB season was not like the best. He
Yeah.
had 8 goals and 10 assists in 44 games.
40%. Oh, I see. So I think let's reset the expectation.
Mm-hmm.
Florian needs to have at least 30 GA.
Yeah.
30, not 25, 30.
Mm-hmm.
For us to, like, Chevy is
Yeah.
actually right. For that
It's
amount you guys
actually
are paying,
yeah, 30G.
at
Yeah.
least 30 GA. We say, okay, you are new to the Premier League.
I
You are
actually
just,
want to check Soboslai.
yeah.
What Soboslai's GA is. Wow, Soboslai's GA is very poor.
What is it?
18, 19 GA,
Out of how many games?
57.
Ah,
It's poor.
33. That's bad, man.
It's
That's
really
why they
poor.
want to get Florian.
That's why they want to get Florian. Yeah, that output is really, really poor.
Bad.
He
That's
should be
bad.
scoring more and he should be
Yeah.
assisting more.
Yeah, Chevy, I think I agree with you, right? At least What
Is
is
it
this
who
saying?
brought Zobo to the convo?
Who is Zobo?
So is it Sobo Slide? I thought it's Sobo
Okay,
Slide.
Zobo slide.
Yeah, Zobo to the convo. Yeah, I'm just comparing the position is coming to play in Liverpool. I'm comparing the expectations, right? What do we have now versus what is coming? So he cannot do if he does anything less than 19 GA,
Your money is
then
gone.
guy, that
Wasted.
money is gone, bro. Like it's a complete
So,
flop then.
so at least 30 GA.
At least.
30 minimum. Like, because Bruno is having 37, Bueno is having 28,
Mm-hmm.
right? Anyways, they are about to buy Bruno for 100 million. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It says Salah and Wits were the only two players in Europe that had 10 out of 10. Wits is still young and he can get his goals. What do you mean? What do you mean 10
A
out of 10?
minimum 10 assists, 10, a minimum of like 10 assists and 10 goals.
No, but we just checked Bruno. Bruno too had 10 assists, 10 goals, right? Is he in the league? Does he mean in the league? Bruno also had,
Oh, do you
I
mean
think,
like wait, do you mean like what do you mean by that? I'm still confused by that comment. 10 assists, 10 goals.
10 10. I don't know what he means. Which is still young and can get his goals up. Yeah, the Premier League is harder than German Bundesliga, right? But we
No, but
see.
with Cook, so like even this season before he had 21 goals, 19 assists
Oh,
in all competitions.
that's 40 GA
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
in all competition. Oh, domestic. What was Bruno's domestic? Can you check
Bruno.
in the league? Just check his league.
Oh, just the league. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Bruno. Yeah, Bruno had eight goals in the league
Oh,
and 10 assists.
that means it's only
Yeah,
with. Okay, okay,
yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
With had 10 goals, 12 assists.
okay. That means only him and Salah in the
Mm,
whole of Europe.
yeah,
Is that even possible? What of Cole Palmer? I'm curious.
Copama.
Yeah.
And we're bringing these boys.
I'm just being curious, to be honest.
Copama has 15 goals, 8 assists.
Oh, damn it.
Copama actually scored 15 goals. Copama actually is a really good player. He had 15 goals, 12 assists in all competitions. Wow, season before he had 29 goals, 16 assists.
Yeah.
Damn, he was cooking last season.
Yeah,
Damn.
he cooked, and he's been out of form for 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, so. He said Yama only had 9 goals. The Inter boys didn't have. Oh my god, that's funny. He said the Inter boys didn't have the assist.
Mm.
Anyways, that's
So
check
check
Mark.
McTominay for
I'm curious to
Napoli.
see Mark Tomini. Okay, we'll see. I feel like Mark Tomini will have like 9 goals and maybe 6 assists. 9 goals, 6 or 7 assists.
McTominay. Wait, this cannot be his real. Oh, McTominay has 12 goals, 4 assists.
Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah. But yeah,
Wow.
that's most of the transfer conversations. Do you have any transfer conversations? If not, let's jump to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
final thoughts for.
What's your final thoughts?
I think teams are just really reinforcing these days with this transfer news that we're hearing. People are
Yeah,
really willing to spend. People that were not willing to spend before are actually serious about spending now,
yeah.
aka Liverpool, FSG. We don't know them for like
For
spending a lot of
spending.
money, but them
Yeah,
really going out of their way to spend
yeah,
is them also saying that yeah, we need to reinforce in certain positions so for us to be stronger next season, for
yeah,
us to really compete for certain trophies and
yeah,
really compete for the title again because Liverpool consider themselves title contenders season
yeah,
to season, right? And I think Mbeumo, I didn't know Mbeumo scored that much goals. Out of all the
yeah,
conversations we've had, Mbeumo has been one person that surprised me the most.
yeah.
And
I
I
think
kind of
so.
see why Arsenal would want to go for Mbeumo
Even Man U too.
over Leao. I see why they want to go for Mbeumo over Leao because Mbeumo is cheaper right? And he's Premier League proven. If at Brentford he can score 20 goals, talk
Mm.
less at Arsenal, the amount
Yeah.
of goals he can score, right? I think
True.
Mbeumo is a very solid player, and he'll be really solid for
Mm.
Manchester United, because imagine paying Cunha and Mbeumo as your two tens.
Not bad, man. Not bad.
And
Not
Mbeumo can give you 20 plus goals from that position. It means you don't even need to rely on the striker, because Mbeumo can offer you the goals too. And
not
Cunha
bad.
too can offer you the goals, because Cunha's finishing is also good.
Yeah.
So I think this is really, really exciting. And I'm
Mm.
really looking forward to see the people that most of these clubs sign.
Mm.
And I think whoever gets their signings right this transfer window
Mm.
would really reap more of the benefits when we move forward. So those
Mm.
are my final thoughts.
Okay. Before I go to my final thought, how old is Brozovic? I think he should be like 33 or 34.
Mm.
Hakan is a 10 who's playing as a DM for Inter. Yeah, makeshift position don't work in football now. Exactly. Use people in the right position and be done. Use
Yeah.
people in the right position and be done. Right? So that's it. Use people in the right position. Anyway, final thoughts for me. Florian Wirtz for that amount. From
Mhm.
what from the it's good Chevy brought it up, right? Giving us some comparisons. I
Mhm.
think for expectations, at least 30 goal involvement, 30 GA
Mhm.
is
Mhm.
what I'm
Mhm.
expecting from him.
Yeah.
For that amount, for
Yeah.
me not to consider it a flop season, regardless if it's Premier League, whatever, 30,
Mhm.
30 GA, right? Secondly, yeah, I don't know. The way people are buying players now, the money is too I still feel the money on some players are too much.
It's too much.
It's too much.
It is.
Right? It's too much. But we'll see. This is where football is going now. 100 million means nothing. 80 million means nothing. The way they call these amounts, it's like it has no value anymore. Right? And I don't know. Most clubs now, the way if they don't make stuff happen, bankruptcy, you see Barcelona.
Mhm.
Clubs will tend towards bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Chevy is saying, low, all this didn't matter till the final, Abby. When they beat it in the final,
No,
is
I
that
think
they are
SSB was
leading
talking
people
about
to
like
win the league.
paying people out of position, and how like,
Yeah, yeah. Chevy is actually right.
yeah,
We are just making an excuse. Does Baka still want Diaz? It's 5 million.
yeah.
I,
I
I don't
think,
think they
I
can
don't know,
afford.
in recent
They
times, I don't know if they still want him,
they will go
but
for
there were
Rashford.
like
Cheaper
reports of
option.
like them
Yeah,
wanting him.
cheaper option will be Rashford. Get Rashford and
Mm.
be done. Right.
Yeah,
But
because
I
clubs
think
are not willing to spend too much too as well.
yeah, I think for address Chevy's matter, I think it really doesn't matter. They've been using those people in those positions and they've been getting results. I think the final was just a disaster in terms of the setup, the tactics,
Mhm.
everything was just a dinosaur arrangement. I think that's the final thoughts from me. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for joining. Chevy, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
SSB, all you guys that joined and commented, we appreciate you guys. We're live every day, 5:45 CST to, almost like an hour stream that we do almost every day. So to like 6:45 CST. But the time keeps sometimes the time ranges keep moving, but we're
Yeah.
always around this time. So if you guys are awake,
Yeah.
if you guys, are here, please join, comment, and don't forget to
J-
subscribe. We're on the road to
J-
3K. So you
3K. Yeah.
guys subscribe so you don't miss when we go live. We're live every day. All right,
Jamie
so I appreciate you
Francis,
guys. Peace.
thanks for joining.
We'll
Docas, thanks for joining. Yeah.
we'll
Bye.
see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.